Alright, hello and welcome to More Nefarious in November with AZW. Here we have the AZW return of Tommy Dreamer, making his first appearance on the YouTube show, his debut on the YouTube show here in E-Fed land, where Tommy gets to be in peak top physical condition, just as he used to be at the peak of his career. Not that he's doing too bad these days. Tommy's always fun to watch. But of course, here in E-Fed land, everybody is always in perfect condition. One of the benefits of digital media. Pro wrestling. And tonight he is going up against Doug Holgraves. And you may have picked up that he is a huge fan of a certain wrestler, one that, of course, Tommy is quite familiar with. These two have a bit of history here in AZW. And there might be your indication of just who that other wrestler is that Doug is a big fan of. Tommy going for a slingshot plancha. Misses. Doug pulling out a second barbed wire 2x4 tonight. Tommy nails him with a backbreaker there. Went for the weapon, picked it up, dropped it. Apparently decided he wasn't ready to start pulling out the toys yet. Big Irish whip into the barricade there, and a backdrop onto the mats. Those mats do not offer a whole lot of protection, so that's not going to feel too good. Not that it does in the ring either. I think some people have a big misconception about exactly what those rings are made out of and what is actually inside them. Doug pulling out yet another barbed wire 2x4. Now they're just trading blows in the ring. Yes, a pro wrestling ring is actually just canvas stretched over a, wood. It's just there is no actual mat underneath that canvas. It's usually just wood. I believe some federations do add a bit of padding under there just to try and protect the wrestlers, but for the most part, it's just plywood. And the ropes are actually steel cables wrapped in rubber or vinyl or some other padding. So, yeah, it's not exactly a trampoline in there or anything anywhere near that comfortable. Ooh, nasty stomp to the gut by Tommy there. Trading blows, big punch from Tommy, and a DDT. Taking Doug down. Picks up the barbed wire 2x4. Goes in, was about to swing. Knocked out of his hands, though. Did throwing Doug out of the ring. Picking up another one. Goes for another slingshot plancha and misses yet again. As his knee stomped into the mat by Doug there. Trading blows yet again. And as I was saying earlier, these two do have a bit of history here. Ooh, nice pump handle pin, but only a 2 count there. Of course, with Doug being a huge fan of that particular wrestler that I'm sure you figured out by now, probably, and Tommy being well acquainted with said wrestler, these two, of course, have developed a bit of a rivalry. Doug wants to prove that he's just as good as his heroes. Tommy wants to prove that he is still just as good as he ever was. And, of course, here in EFED land, he is. As I said before, of course. Oh, ouch. Right onto that barbed wire, looked like. And, of course, Tommy is still entertaining. But, as I said, here in EFED land, he gets to be just as spry as he ever was, but maybe a bit more so. Nobody ever ages or slows down here in EFED land. A little bit more brawling on the outside here. Big side punch. Haymaker. Another backdrop there onto that mat, such as it is. Tommy gets the go behind and hits a big reverse DDT. Heading back into the ring now. Not sure what Doug's up to. Looks like he is going for a fourth. Yes. Fourth. Sorry about that, folks. A fourth barbed wire 2x4. Which Tommy just threw right back out of the ring. I think he might be getting just a tad nervous having all of that barbed wire in there. Oh! That jog in place bulldog slammed Doug right down onto those barbed wire 2x4s, backbreaker. Tommy picks up another one and throws it out of the ring. Not sure what he was doing right there. Typically, Tommy is not adverse to using toys at all, but maybe he wants to prove that he doesn't need them. Big superplex. Huge superplex there from Tommy. On to Mr. Doug Hall Graves. Runs in. dodges, gets the go behind, grab, and backbreaker. Tommy catches the foot, eats the enziguri. Having some jockeying for position here. Nope. Tommy breaks the grab. Doug grabs him again and throws him out of the ring. I believe that's what he was going for the first time. Tommy's back up. They're grabbing each other, and he just rolls Doug right back into the ring. Doug grabs, Irish whip. Tommy goes for a clothesline, maybe a big forearm. Caught, taken down in an arm bar. Goes in for a grab, blocked. Doug grabs. Looks like he's going to throw Tommy out of the ring yet again, and he does. Bit of a taunt there. He's heading outside. Tommy heads back in. Looks like we're having quite a game of cat and mouse here with Doug throwing Tommy out of the ring and Tommy just coming right back in. It's a little bit unusual for Tommy. Usually he is quite happy to just stay outside the ring and use all the nice little toys. Like I said, maybe he feels like he wants to win this legit, no toys if he doesn't have to use it, man. He hits a big spine buster there. Goes right into, looks like a figure four, yep, but in the ropes. Should have dragged him away from the ropes there a little bit, Tommy. Tommy, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And a power slam. No, that's a side slam, sorry. Looks like he's going for that figure four again. This time he's got him away from the ropes. Is he going to get a submission here? Nope. No, Doug did not submit. Tommy hasn't done much damage to the legs that I've seen, so I'm not sure if he was doing that expecting a submission or is just trying to wear Doug down some more. These are two very tough men, folks. I do not want to give you the impression that either one of these guys is weak in any way, shape, or form. Not that I've said anything that to indicate that they are. I don't think. Another big bulldog may have caught just a bit of that 2x4. Goes for a pin. Got a 1, a 2. Only a 2 count there. But all I'm trying to say, folks, is that these two are very tough. Another big bulldog. They have done some sort of weird footwork to push off the turnbuckle there and slam him down. May have caught some of that 2x4 again. Doug going outside and nailed Tommy in the torso with that thing. Tommy catches him with the big punch, takes him down with a DDT. Do not be surprised that Tommy goes for yet another slingshot plancha and misses. But yeah, I do not be surprised at the physicality, the punishment that these two guys are inflicting on each other, and just their capacity to take pain and deliver it. They are two incredibly tough individuals. It's like may have stalled out just for a moment there. Doug maybe trying to catch his breath. Caught Tommy pretty square, pretty flush with that. Then ran in with a swinging neck breaker. Grabs. He's taking up Tommy and hits him with another one of those big reverse drops, hitting him with a couple of knee strikes. I'm not sure where he was actually connecting there. Tommy catches the arm with another one of those elbow stunners. Saw that earlier. He busted him open too. That was a big double arm DDT, and that is one of Doug's favorite maneuvers. You may know that the wrestler that he's a fan of used that as a finisher for quite some time. Catches him with another. Tommy catches him with another one of those shoulder stunners. So Doug now, he's probably pretty pissed off right now. And not only is he busted open, but Tommy did it with his own damn move, pretty much. Takes him down with a lunging clothesline. Runs in with another swinging neck breaker. Tommy breaks the grab, catches him. What are you going to do here? Falling suplex. It's kind of a variation on the traditional suplex. Adds a bit more impact. Is he? Yes, he's going for a pin. We got a 1, 2. Only 2 count. You'll find watching Tommy, he likes to use high impact moves. He doesn't just slam people down. A lot of the time he'll do a falling slam or that falling suplex. He likes to use a lot of things that maneuvers that target the head. Drop toe hold, going for a pin. 1, 2. Only 2 count there. Looks like Tommy feels the end is near for Doug, and he's trying to wear him out even more by forcing him to kick out. Runs in off the snapmare, hits kind of a high kick or maybe a stomp to the torso there. Kind of an awkward looking maneuver. Feeds the foot in and enziguri. Tommy likes to use that foot fed enziguri or foot feed enziguri, where he deliberately gets him to catch the foot so he can hit the move. Doug takes it outside again. Tommy tries to grab. Gets smacked into the apron for his trouble. Trading punches. Tommy gets the better of it. Yeah, he's got a hold of Doug. Looks like he's going to roll him right back in the ring again. Comes back inside. It looks like he's actually going to go for a pin off that. 1, 2. Only gets a 2 count, but that was a pretty long 2 count. Doug is definitely starting to show signs of wear. And Doug was going for something there. Tommy catches him with a big reverse DDT. Not sure how much longer Doug can keep going here. He's got an Irish whip. Catches Tommy with the knee to the gut. It looked like he was going for some head slams there, but Tommy was in the ropes. I don't know. You never know. Doug is one tough sumbitch. One tough SOB. Big falling power slam, like I told you. And an immediate pin. 1, 2. Only 2 count. Do not count Doug out. He has, in the past, shown that he can pull victory from the jaws of defeat. Takes Tommy down with that lunging clothesline once again. Of course, having said that, he is definitely showing signs of fatigue here. And Tommy is not showing any sign of slowing down at this point. I think maybe that blood loss is getting the better of Doug. There's a big backdrop, but he gets up immediately. As I said, folks, very tough guy. Tommy catches the punch, takes him down with another shoulder stunner. 1, 2. Kind of an odd maneuver once again to be going for that pin, but it looks like he is just trying to systematically wear Doug down. Maybe he feels that his best chances of getting a good victory here are not to try for a big finishing maneuver, but actually to big belly to belly suplex. Pretty good impact there, but as I was saying, maybe he feels that his best went for a slingshot to shoulder tackle. Doug rolls out of the way, but maybe he feels his best bet is just, kind of an attritional victory rather than trying for one big move to finish everything off. He's going up, went for an elbow, missed. Tommy has had 0 luck with the flying maneuvers. Another one of those big stomps to the gut. Like Doug was going for a roll-up pin and Tommy blocked it yet again with a big stomp to the gut. He's going to get 1, 2, 3. And it looks like Tommy's strategy for attritional victory there paid off. He got the 1, 2, 3. I'll see you later, folks.